Yo, what is up, guys? It is the man in the can. It is Super Pigman here today with another video, and today we're going to be talking about some more Kenshi lore. This is my thank you for 200 subs type of thing. I decided to do something more with the community and all that stuff. So, without further ado, let's get into this video. But before we do that, we are going to say thank you to you guys for watching and tuning in every day. I was planning on making this video a little bit sooner, but I kind of got sidetracked with the party and everything. So I want to say thank you. We're at 209. We're on our way to 500 subs. Hopefully we can get there, and hopefully we can keep growing as a community and everything. And I really love you guys. I hope you guys know that from deep down in my heart. I really love you guys. You guys really motivate me to keep on going. All the likes and everything. It's uncomparable to me how much you guys mean to me. So anyways, let's get into the lore. So for the first suggestion, we got it from my boy Brian, one of the most supported people that I've had in like the past more or less videos. So he wanted to learn more about the Swampers. Now the Swampers, in fact, I'm gonna make a whole entire video on them with all the whole entire coalition and everything. So the swamp is kind of an interesting place. The swamp is, well, a swamp, but it was, I think it did used to be a port. This is actual lore. It used to be a port back for the First Empire, but I don't know. The swamp kind of looks relatively untouched, but we do know that it might have gotten flooded. Now that is a little bit more conjecture. It might have been flooded, and then it dried up, and then all that, and they created a swamp. And I think that the Shrieking Forest is like where it really dried up, and that's next to the swamp. But let's get into like the factions and everything of like the swamp people. So the Hounds kind of run everything. They're kind of like a drug organization and hemp organization, and they kind of run the main part. Now the thing about the swamp is that it's a very weird place when you go and look at it, because when you go around and everything, it seems like there's really no rules other than don't fuck with me and I won't fuck with you type of thing. And I'm like, damn, that's a pretty cool place to live. But it does come with some cost of people raiding you, Not the entire gang is under complete check of the lead gang. Now, what I mean by this is all the gangs kind of work in a coalition of some sort. And the Hounds are kind of like the top dogs, everybody listens to them. And then you got like a bunch of other people under them. And some of them, I'm pretty sure, don't listen for numerous reasons. Maybe they want to be the next kingpin or something. I really don't know, but it's a cool place to live. And now it's being used for farming and all that stuff, and it's getting used to produce a lot of hanush, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a drug that is very expensive, and it is really good to grow down there because nobody's gonna come and check on it. But on the other side, the swamp does have some tech hunter lore to it. So now the tech hunters went down there and tried to set up outposts. This is why the tech hunters aren't down there as like a primary force. Maybe they would fight against these guys, is because the tech hunters really realized that this place is a fucking mess to try to get in there. They can't fight the blood spiders. If you're not worried about the blood spiders, then you have to worry about like other people trying to kill you. If that's not the case, then you have to worry about the weather. And they have a bunch of dialogue on that. There was one dialogue that really interests me. Like, they took a bunch of rookies over here. I don't know why they took the rookies. Maybe they didn't like them. They took the rookies down into the swamp, and then he took like about 10 rookies, and then himself, which is like maybe like a lieutenant or something. He's probably like a really high tier, and he only ended up bringing back 3 rookies with them. So yeah, it's a really hard place to settle down in. I think once you settle down, though, it's pretty worth it. Now onto conjecture type of thing. Maybe this place is wasn't really touched during the First Empire War. We don't know that for sure, but I'm just saying maybe it wasn't touched because it doesn't look like there's any like huge craters and everything, but it does look like there's big like chunks of metal or something. Maybe that's from the port that used to be there. So yeah, so now let's go on to number 2 of the requested thing, which is it is Sunshine with the wanting to know of all civilizations and factions. Now this is going to be really hard to squeeze into maybe like 3 minutes or something, but it's really hard to do all of them, so I'll do the major ones. So tech hunters and machinists kind of work together. The machinist is a university of people trying to reinstable the tech. Now we know from firsthand experience these skeletons are just mimicking us and trying to, or not mimicking, making us believe one thing while they're doing another. Now these skeletons aren't trying to return us back to like full technology capacity, because this could have been done already. And now the leaders of the tech hunters and machinists are skeletons, and they know everything, but they only give us a limited amount of information that they quote unquote know. But we do know that they know more, and they're not releasing it because they don't want to give humanity that challenge of trying to survive again after this. Now that's mainly the tech hunter and machinist. So they kind of came around after the Second Empire. Now for the Hive and Southern Hive, these guys appeared after the Second Empire fell. Nobody knows where they actually do come from because they weren't on the landmass that we play on, and many have drawn conjecture or drawn straight conclusions, which is actually like a true conclusion, that they came from another continent, and maybe this continent, now this is the conjecture part, maybe the continent was just so brutally messed up that they had to leave. We don't really know what's up with the other continent or anything, but they were advanced enough to put like half machine of a hive type of thing. And there is also other conjecture that maybe the skeletons have control over the hive as kind of like close allies or something, but we don't know that for sure. But the Holy Nation was developed under the Second Empire, and they were kind of the reason that the Second Empire fell with a lot of things. The Holy Nation's phoenixes just kind of kept leading crusade after crusade after crusade, and around this time too, the Shek started developing their horns and everything and hardened skin. And while the Shek were fighting alongside the skeletons, they decided that maybe, hey, you know, maybe we're gonna drop out of this. It isn't the smartest thing to do. And then that's where Stone Golem and all of them come in after that. And for the Holy Nation, they literally just massacre or have a genocide against the skeletons. So onto the Shek Kingdom. The Shek Kingdom was formed after the fall of the Second Empire. It was all the Sheks that were left, and they kept on bombarding the Holy Nation and United Cities. So they were fighting wars on two fronts, and they kept bombarding them and bombarding them and bombarding them and bombarding them. And you know, it's kind of weird because, you know, you don't really want to kill off your own race unless there's something more sinister to it. And we don't know why they just kept attacking. That's really up to debate on whoever wants to say anything. But the Shek did end up getting their leader, the Stone Golem. Or not Stone Golem, I forgot her name, Esteba, something like that. I really don't know her name because I don't talk to her that much in my playthroughs. But she is a pretty cool person. She rose up against everybody else and slayed the previous leader to get her title. And she just pretty much had made peace with the Holy Nation and the United Cities. Well, kind of made peace with the Holy Nation, not fully. And what other major factions are there? The Flotsam Ninjas are kind of like the Holy Nation, but they're a lot more relaxed. They really do preach the word of Orkron, and they don't really do it as the Holy Nation does, as corrupted as they are. And they've been driven out of their homeland in Blister Hill, and it's kind of sad to see that. But you know, if you take it back over, Maul will congratulate you and be like, hey man, thank you, you know, like you mean a lot to us, thank you. So yeah, that's Holy Nation and Flotsam Ninja and Tech Hunters, Machinists, Swampers. I already talked about a little. What other ones are United Cities? Yeah, United Cities is kind of the remnants left of the first or the Second Empire. I mean, they're more of the remnants that are left afterwards, and they are the biggest faction. They control the most landmass and everything, and they also have the slavers and manhunters that operating at their own cost and stuff. And it is a really cool United Cities is a pretty cool empire. You know, they're pretty chillax, but there's a group of inner circle nobles, and they all elect a new emperor, and sometimes this emperor is used to they control the emperor to do what they are in their best favor. And so that is what leads to the rebel farmers, which is Simon, which he is fighting for the rights of these farmers and stuff, to say, hey, you know, we want money, which is pretty noble in itself. And they're all like, hey man, we want money, you know, we don't like the way you guys are running things and all that stuff. So I really do agree with Simon on that one. But let's go on to to the anti-slavers, which is led by the man, the myth, the legend, Tin Fist, who has a lot of mystery surrounding him. Now, he has trouble feeding his guys. We really don't know why he has trouble feeding his guys or anything. He says starving bandits are the problem, but, you know, they can just kick him out of existence with their martial arts. Tin Fist leads this anti-slavery thing, and we don't really know why he does. We do know that he was the lead. He was the second man in charge in the Second Empire. So he does have a lot of skill, and this is more conjecture. What I'm about to say is that he might have wrote down his memories, resetted, and then read all his memories, because he can still train for a long time. And, you know, we do know that the Second Empire was like a couple thousand years ago. So, and the skeletons need a couple thousand years to reset. So we do know that he has like a lot of time to train, which is quite beneficial to him. So that's the anti-slavers. Now let's talk about the cannibals. Cannibals are kind of a weird thing. We really don't know how they developed and everything, but it's a lot of speculation and conjecture. We do know that maybe it was something in the water that made them what they are and made them crave human meat. And that's kind of disgusting, because I don't know who would want to crave human meat. It's pretty disgusting, man. Anyways, that is all the suggestions we got, I believe. That's all we got. He also did want to know about the civilizations, but Civilization 1, which is the first empire, kind of screwed up, and there was a huge famine, and then everybody kind of just fell over and died, and that caused the fall of the entire empire. Second empire was people trying to re-achieve what the first empire did, but then ultimately failed because of their, you know, mental aspects that they couldn't overcome. So that is everything I have for you guys on this thank you video. You guys really do mean a lot to me. I really love you guys. Honestly, hit that like button, subscribe. We're on our way to 500 subs. Let's keep growing this beautiful community, and peace.